There's something so calming about decorating a space slowly over time, especially when every piece has a story behind it. This week I went antiquing in Charleston looking for vintage decor for the she shed. Tom started building the porch, and I decided to finally paint one of the thrifted end tables to see if it brings the whole room together. I'm Janet. Welcome to the Cleveland Cottage for more cozy cottage living. We're so happy you're here. The porch still isn't finished because Tennessee rain has completely taken over lately. But little by little, this cozy dream space is finally starting to feel like home. I've really been trying to take my time with this space and decorate it in a way that feels collected and cozy instead of rushed. I still have quite a bit left to do, but lately it's finally starting to feel layered and lived in, which is exactly the feeling I wanted. I've been searching for little vintage pieces to style the shelves and cabinet, so I've decided to spend the day antiquing in Charleston, Tennessee. One of my favorite things about decorating is finding pieces that already have history and character, so I decided to visit a nearby antique shop in Charleston, Ross's Treasures. Megan and Gloria are the new owners of a staple store in this small town. I've driven by the store for many years but never stopped in to see what they had, so this trip will be our first time. I love this pink color for the she shed, but the vase is too tall for the yard sale cabinet, so we'll keep looking to see what treasures we can find. Honestly, I could spend hours walking through antique stores looking at everything. It's one of the most relaxing things to me. I found this pink and retro part of the store, and I found these vintage hat boxes that I thought would look beautiful layered on the bookshelf. I also found a few other little pieces that I think will help make the room feel softer and more collected, so let's finish looking around and we'll get checked out. I was surprised to find a vintage wedding section in the back of the store. How unexpected was this? Make it really fancy.
We want a good experience. And we will be adding new pieces in too. We're going to be doing like home decor and gifts and all that good stuff as well.
Okay, thank you.
Very well.
Megan wrapped everything so nicely in with these bows. While I was out shopping, Tom started work building the deck for the she shed, so let's see what he got accomplished. While I was shopping, Tom was busy working on building the porch for the she shed, even in the rain, and it has already made such a huge difference. Today he's going to build the decking, so this will definitely help us from tracking in grass and dirt, which means less cleaning for me. He's going to start by adding the posts to the holes that he dug earlier and ensure they are level before adding the frame for the decking. He's been working on the porch after work every day. I encourage him to rest, but he always must be doing something. I time-lapse the build so you can see how much work he does. I'm so blessed to have him in my life. We just celebrated our 37th wedding anniversary on May 20th. I forgot to show you the beautiful roses that he bought me in the last video, so I'll show them to you after he finishes the decking and before I paint the thrifted piece of furniture that I bought at Goodwill. Yes, I finally got over my fear and I just painted it. I think it turned out nicely, and now I'm excited to paint all the other pieces.
Maybe one day you'll cross paths.
He was able to finish the floor decking today and added the posts, but every single day since then it's been raining, so he hasn't been able to finish building the roof yet. Even unfinished though, seeing the porch finally take shape feels so exciting. I can already picture decorating it with flowers, cozy seating, and lights once everything is complete. Here she is. He ran out of lumber, so he'll add that piece later. Let me show you the roses and then we'll clean and paint the end table. Then I'll share my antique finds from today's trip to Charleston. Before I painted the end table, I first cleaned it with a vinegar and water solution to remove the dirt and oil so the paint would stick better because I'm not sanding yet. I used equal parts of water and vinegar to clean the table. I decided to finally test painting one of the thrifted end tables to see how it works with the rest of the room. Miss Pat encouraged me to use the paint she uses from the Blackberry House. I chose fresh eggs so it's not stark white and so it would contrast them against the walls. I love it because it levels itself and dries quickly, so there was not a lot of wait time between the two coats. It also did not require sealants, which made my life easier. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in trying it for yourself. I bought the paint and I will be buying more of it because it was that good. Thank you, Miss Pat. I want to start adding more painted furniture pieces for that softer cottage feel, so this felt like the perfect little experiment before committing to anything bigger. I actually ended up loving how much lighter and softer it made this side of the room feel, so I'll definitely be painting all the furniture now. And here's the little end table that I painted white, and I painted it with that Blackberry paint, and it's called Eggshell. And I think it turned out really well. I think I just need to add one more coat of paint. And then we'll scuff it up and move it over beside the sofa. I just love how she personalized each of the bags. So let's see what I got. I found this beautiful rose-colored dish, and I'm not sure how this goes. Maybe it's a stand. But we got that. You get this beautiful little sugar dish with roses. In this little pot, I thought I'd put some flowers in. It's chipped, but I'll just move it around to the back. And let's see what we have in this bag. And These two match, and that's just another vase to put flowers in. And here's the lid to this. Isn't she just beautiful? And this was, it was $40, but it was, everything in the store was 50% off, so I got it for $20. This was $2, so I got it for $1. And this was $40, but it was only $20 as well because it was 50% off. And this one, I think it was like $1 as well. So I think I got some great deals for 50% off. And I found another pink hat box, and it's going to go on this side of the bookshelves, but we'll be styling that in the next video. So I hope you come back to see how we style everything. And I also got these two galvanized pails that I'll probably plant flowers in. I may use one of them as a wastebasket after I paint them. But I got those for $10 because they were 50% off as well, and they were $5 a piece. I think my favorite part of this whole process has been watching the space slowly evolve over time instead of trying to finish everything all at once. Every antique find and little project keeps adding more personality to the room, and I can't wait to keep working on it. No matter how unfinished this space still is, I already find myself wanting to spend all my time out here. Hopefully the next time we'll finally have sunshine and a finished porch roof. Until the next time, live life and find what makes you happy. Tom and I will see you soon. Bye.